everyone always overlooked. Her, silent, skinny, shy, just a shadow in the back of the classroom, but the moment they tore her shirt in front of the whole class, they awakened. Something no one expected. Not the teacher, not the students, and definitely not the bullies. That was the moment everything changed. Maya hadn't spoken a full sentence in class since the school year began. She sat in the far left corner of room 204, close to the window, hidden behind her curtain of long black hair. People assumed she was timid, weak, probably weird. Some even called her a mute ghost. But what they didn't know, what nobody knew, was that Maya wasn't broken. She was recovering from pain, from trauma, from the weight of a life most kids her age couldn't imagine. Her mother was a nurse who worked night shifts and barely slept. Her father, well, he hadn't been around since Maya was 7, when a heated argument turned into a slammed door and silence that never ended. Since then, Maya had learned to speak softly, to move quietly, to not draw attention. It worked until it didn't. The problem started with Amber, her crew. Amber was the queen bee of Jefferson High. Confident, pretty, cruel she walked through the halls like she owned them. She had a sharp eye for the weird ones. Started small. Comments whispered in the hallway. A giggle when Maya walked by. Books pushed off her desk when she wasn't looking. Then it escalated. Snide remarks turned into public humiliation. Tripping her during lunch. Locking her in the gym storage room for an hour. Ripping up her notebook in front of the class. Maya never reacted. Not once, and that made them push harder. It was a rainy Thursday. When everything came crashing down, the class had just ended. But Maya stayed behind to collect her drawings, beautiful sketches she'd spent weeks on for her art portfolio. She moved with care, handling them like glass dot Amber and her 2 sidekicks. Taylor and Brianna stayed too. You know, Amber said, her voice slicing through the silence. You'd be kind of pretty if you didn't act like a dead plant. Maya didn't answer. She kept her head down, clutching her sketches tightly. Taylor snatched the drawings from her hands. Hey, Maya said, a whisper of protest. Oh, she speaks, Brianna mocked. Quick, someone call the news. Amber stepped closer, yanking Maya's backpack from her shoulder. Let's see what else Ghost Girl's hiding, and then, in one cruel motion, Amber grabbed the collar of Maya's shirt. It tore. The fabric ripped across her chest, exposing the plain white tank top underneath, but it wasn't about the skin. It was about shame, the violation, the sound of laughter. Echoed through the classroom like poison. Maya stood frozen. All those years of holding it in, of swallowing her voice, of pretending it didn't hurt, something inside her snapped. It happened in less than 3 seconds. She stepped back, breathed, shifted her weight to her back leg, and spun. Her foot sliced through the air like a blade. Landing hard across Amber's shoulder and jaw, the blonde queen bee flew across the room. Crashing through a row of desks, Taylor lunged at her. Maya pivoted, ducked, and landed a low, sweeping kick that sent Taylor sprawling. Brianna screamed and ran, but Maya didn't chase her. The room was dead silent. Amber moaned from the floor, clutching her face. Taylor was groaning near the teacher's desk. Maya stood in the center of the destruction, breathing, steady, calm. She picked up her torn drawing, folded it neatly, picked up her backpack, and walked out the door. News of what happened spread faster than wildfire. By 4th period, the video was already viral. Someone had been filming through the classroom window. Quiet girl destroys bullies with ninja kicks. She's a real-life Black Widow. The teachers called her in. The principal tried to scold her, but Maya had something she'd never had before: witnesses. Dozens of students came forward telling how she'd been bullied for months, how the school had ignored it, how they let it happen. Maya didn't get suspended. Amber, Taylor, and Brianna did. 2 weeks, in the days that followed, everything changed. People started talking to her. Not mockingly, not out of curiosity, genuinely. Some thanked her. Others apologized for not stepping in sooner. One boy, Jamal, asked her where she learned to fight like that. Maya smiled for the first time in years. Muay Thai, she said. My mom signed me up when I was 12, after my dad left. She thought I needed something strong to hold on to. Jamal nodded slowly. That spin kick was insane, she laughed. A real laugh, and it felt good, but it wasn't about becoming popular. Maya didn't need followers or attention. She didn't start wearing makeup or showing off. What changed was within her. She walked straighter now, spoke louder, didn't hide behind her hair. More importantly, she stopped letting people cross her boundaries without consequences. The art teacher submitted her portfolio to a statewide contest. She won second place. Amber came back eventually. Her arm was in a sling. She avoided Maya, quietly, carefully, a shadow of her former self. Maya didn't gloat. She simply nodded at her, a gesture of peace, or warning, be both. A final message sometimes. The quietest people carry the loudest storms, not because they want to hurt others, but because they've been hurt enough. This story isn't about violence. It's about power. The power to stand up, to say no more, to claim your worth. So to every kid who sits in the back of the class, holding in their pain, know this. Your strength isn't in your fists. It's in your silence, your resilience, your ability to rise when no one expects it. And when the time comes, you'll know exactly what to do. Subscribe if you believe in standing up for yourself and for others, because silence is not weakness. It's the calm before the roar.